What's up, guys? Marlon back at it again here with another edition of the show. And yes, we have some spicy topics to go over today on a Friday. Hype Fridays, you guys know how we get down. Man, oh man, this Activision Blizzard deal is getting out of hand. The war between Sony and Microsoft is just, oh my God, I can't wait for this stuff to be completely over, because at the end of the day, and I've said this countless times, I've said it over and over again, Sony, you got to be innovative. You got to be innovative. Like, you have to think outside the box. Look at Nintendo. Look at what Nintendo is doing. You know, you don't see Nintendo crying over any IPs or raising any too much concerns about anything. They're adapting. They're moving along since Wii U days, right? Since the pitfall of the Wii U, Call of Duty was on the Wii U, all the shenanigans, and yet still they're still thriving. Yet still they're still in business. Yet still they have an insane attach rate. So we're going to be talking about all of this stuff right here on the show. We're also going to talk about Phil Spencer on the Series X and S price hike situation. We're also going to be talking about Microsoft clapping back pertaining to Sony calling out the Activision Blizzard deal situation. We're also going to be talking about RE4. We're also going to be talking about Tekken 8. Okay, we already know that the trailer that we saw was running in real time and everything, and it was ripped directly from the story, but it was running in real time on PS5. We already know that already. And we're going to talk about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Wolong. Yes, Wolong. I'm very excited for Wolong. Fallen Destiny, we have a demo there. And so we're going to dive off into our first topic shortly here. So do me a favor. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button. I definitely do appreciate you guys. But man, oh man, I got to get some stuff off of my chest with this situation, because you hear people saying one thing and saying this and saying that, but at the end of the day, man, it's all for the benefit of the gamer. Like, we all want to play video games. We all want to get excited. We all want to get hype and everything. And as long as we're playing games, we should be fine. But the console war stuff, it just never stops because of things like this. You know, Sony and Microsoft going at it. Like, Sony and Microsoft clashing together, right? And they're trying to figure out, okay, like, what are we doing here? Because the main goal, the main objective at the end of the day is to make sure that gamers are playing games. That's really all it is. And it's business at the end of the day. And like I said before, and I'll say it again, Microsoft have been taking the L for years when it comes down to Sony. Okay, because Sony has been dominating Microsoft for years. What is Microsoft supposed to do? Innovate. Come up with something that can really push Sony to be more innovative, be more outside of the box, you know, and that's what's happening here. It's a huge disruption, like I've said before, and I'll say it again. Jim Ryan needs to understand that, listen, you don't own Call of Duty, okay? So Call of Duty was up for grabs anyway, regardless of how the situation may look. Call of Duty is up for grabs. You know what I mean? Somebody was going to buy it eventually, whether, you know, Microsoft went to Activision or Activision went to Microsoft. Doesn't matter, right? The IP was up for sale either whatever way possible, because you don't own it. So if you don't own that intellectual property, that's just what it is. I understand.
Boy, we're
that
swimming in cash.
I understand that PlayStation is the market leader in the console space. I do understand that PlayStation have marketing rights to Call of Duty for years. Okay? But at the same time, you can't expect it to last forever. You got to, okay, for instance, if Microsoft didn't try to attempt to buy Activision, right? Then you still have to spend money. You still have to spend money to Activision to say, hey, listen, we need this content and this content on our platform. That's what I'm saying. It's business at the end of the day. It's business at the end of the day, right? So whether or not Microsoft buys Activision or not, you still gonna have to spend money because you don't own the IP. So you're gonna have to spend money in order for content to stay exclusive to your box. That's just the way it is. And that's the way it's always been with Call of Duty with PlayStation. And more people play Call of Duty on PlayStation more than anywhere else. And it's like, now you have Jim Ryan coming out and saying this and saying that. And at the end of the day, when the dust settles, you have to innovate. Microsoft is obviously pushing you guys to innovate, pushing you guys to think outside the box. Come up with your own Game Pass. Come up with your own Call of Duty. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Right? Plain and simple. As simple as that. You know, come up with your own stuff. Look at Nintendo. They got Mario. They got Zelda. Right? They got Metroid. They got Bayonetta. They got all these IPs. All these IPs. You don't see them crying about losing Call of Duty. No, they don't care. They have insane attach rates to their IPs. Look at God of War. Do we really need to sit here and cry about IPs that we don't own? We don't need to do that. Your PlayStation, you don't need to do that. Look at the impact that God of War have on the freaking industry. One freaking game got people like me jumping out of my freaking head like, oh my God, screaming at the top of my lungs. Sony, you can do it. There's a lot of things, and I've said this so many times. When it comes to quality IPs, Sony is the king. When it comes to quality IPs for years, we know this from PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, and PS5, which is the fastest selling console for them right now, right? More profitable, everything, right? We already know this already. But at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, at the same time, not every single game is going to be perfect. Not every single game is going to appeal to the fans, right? But you've been dominating your rival for years. What do you expect? You don't expect them to come up with something to start some disruption? Sony needs competition. You need Microsoft. You need them. You need them to push you to be greater, not to be complacent. You need a company like Microsoft to do something, because if Sony is in control of everything, then we're going to get where we're going to get. But notice every time when Sony drops an IP that everybody cares about, whether it's God of War or Spider-Man, it breaks all type of records. Same thing with Nintendo. When Nintendo drops another Zelda, or they drop another Mario Kart or Smash Brothers, whatever, the Metroid, crazy numbers. Look at Splatoon 3 right now. My God. In one region alone, 3.5 million copies sold in one region. That's not even in the US and everywhere else. That's the insane attach rate that they have. You don't need to worry about Call of Duty, bro. Like, okay, Microsoft said again, well, we're not stopping Call of Duty to be on PlayStation. We're not stopping that from happening. We don't care. Okay? We trying to, because obviously Jim Ryan came out and said, oh, this is going to have significant, impact on PlayStation gamers and the industry when it comes to this deal and whatever the case may be, right? But Microsoft never said that they're going to withhold Call of Duty from PlayStation. They're saying, listen, we are buying Activision, okay? And we want Call of Duty to remain on PlayStation. Sony is not okay with that 3-year deal. They're not okay with that. Okay? They're not okay with that. I mean, Phil Spencer said several. Several could mean 3 years, 5 years, whatever the case may be, right? Whatever the implication is, right? Sony is not happy with that. Sony wants it to just be Call of Duty only on PlayStation, and that's it. But it does not work that way. I guarantee you, if the shoes was on the other foot, it would have been a whole different ball game, because Sony would want Call of Duty to remain on their platform, considering that that's the platform that everybody plays on first, right? That's the platform that everybody wants to play on. There's more people that plays Call of Duty on PlayStation more than anywhere else, right? So I get it, man. I get it. But at the same time, Think outside of the box. Be innovative. You have all these talented studios. All these talent. It crushes me because, like I said, I love Sony, but I will call them out when they deserve to be called up. You know, I will call them out when they deserve to be called out. And this stuff right here is crazy because it just I don't know, man. I just don't know. It's frustrating because it's like, where's the innovation? Where is the thinking outside of the box? You have all these studios. And there's more games than just Call of Duty. There's more games. But I get it. It makes up a big part of your revenue. I understand that. But you have to think outside the box, Sony. Whenever you drop your games, people go crazy, especially me. If it's an IP that I care about, like Spider-Man or God of War, you guys already know how I am with God of War. I go crazy. I literally go crazy. I go out of my mind every single time because it's games that I care about. It's games that I'm hype about. And Sony just have those abilities. They put out quality stuff. All right. So I've said what I need to say as far as getting it off my chest. Let's get into the press stuff. Let's get into the topics at hand, man. Sony, you need to innovate. Simple as that. Call of Duty will remain on PlayStation. Accept the deal, Jim. If I was Jim, of course, Jim is going to be against this. Of course, he's not going to roll over and let this deal go through like he should. Because he wants Call of Duty to have marketing rights on PlayStation, right? Exclusive, considering that they just announced during the whole Call of Duty showcase about an exclusive content, an exclusive Modern Warfare operator pack. The Oni operator pack, right? Which is really, really cool. Dude looked like Ghost of Tsushima. You know what I mean? Looked like Jin Sakai from Ghost of Tsushima. Right, that stuff like that is cool, and that's what Sony is fighting for. They want stuff like this to remain on their platform. It's business at the end of the day. I understand that, but you got to think outside the box. Call of Duty cannot be that one-trick pony for you. You got to create your own Call of Duty. Is it going to take years to do? Yes, it's going to take a long time because you're going up against a mammoth of an IP. You're going up against something that's monumental. Like it's oh my God, Call of Duty prints money just like Fortnite, just like every other live service game. Like, what do you expect? What do you expect is going to happen? You have to think outside the box. Boy, we're swimming in Anyways, let's get to these super chats and then we're going to get on. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the share button. I appreciate you guys. Okay. Now, TX Gamer says, Phil saying Sony needs to innovate. I beg your pardon, laugh out loud. I could not believe that. Cough, cough, PSVR 2, Kratos, consoles, laugh out loud. No. When he says that they need to innovate, in other words, come up with your own Call of Duty. Come up with your own Game Pass, which they have already started this whole revamped for PlayStation Plus, right? With PlayStation Premium and PlayStation Extra, right? They're joining PlayStation Now into these services, at least into PlayStation Plus Premium, right? Obviously, it's not the same as Game Pass because Game Pass is offering you day and date exclusives. Whether or not you say, oh, this is not quality or whatever is quality for you, well, that's just the way how it is. That's just the way how it works. But clearly, there's a difference there. And Phil is saying, like, listen, like, we're not trying to stop Call of Duty from being on PlayStation. We could have easily well come out and say, nope, Call of Duty is not going to be on PlayStation. And they're well within their right. I mean, they own the IP outright. They bought the IP. Look at Final Fantasy. Is Final Fantasy on Xbox? Is any of the Final Fantasy games on Xbox? Is Final Fantasy VII Remake on Xbox? No, it's not. Is Spider-Man on Xbox? No, it's not. Is God of War on Xbox? No, it's not. So they both do the same thing. That's the crazy part, ladies and gentlemen. They both do the same thing. You know, on one hand, people call out Sony for exclusivity, but look at Microsoft. They got Stalker 2. They got Benedict Fox. They got all these Scorn, like all this stuff, Starfield, right? The next Elder Scrolls, State of Decay.
Boy, we're swimming.
All those are exclusive games. So they both do the same thing. They both do the same thing. When it comes to exclusive games, they both do the same thing. But all of a sudden, since this Activision Blizzard deal is a thing, it is a problem for Sony. It wasn't really that much of a big of a problem when they bought Bethesda, right? Sony was kind of shaken up because they have already gotten Deathloop through the door. They have already inked the deal with Ghostwire Tokyo. But all of a sudden, no. I'm telling you, Microsoft clapped back at Sony. Like, we're going for your pockets this time. We're going for Call of Duty. And I am telling you, Phil was like, bro, this is going to hurt Sony. Of course it's going to hurt them because that's one of their biggest revenue streams when it comes to third-party games, Call of Duty. So, of course, Sony's not going to sit back in the cut and be quiet. They're not going to sit back in the cut and be quiet. Of course, Jim is going to come out and be like, no. We don't want this deal to go through. Of course, Jim is going to do everything in his power to not let that deal go through. Of course. Jim is not going to roll over and be like, oh, okay, it's okay. No, he's going to raise some concerns. No, he's going to say something. Because dang, like, we're losing marketing rights here. We're losing exclusive content here to our gamers, to PlayStation gamers. That's why he's saying the things that he's saying. If you are in that position, you would probably do the same thing. But it's called business and it's called being competitive. Like, that's just the way it is, right? That's just the way that's the impact that it have right now. OG Gaming, thank you for the $20. God bless. I appreciate you. Thank you so much on the Crazy Friday for supporting the show. Magic, thank you for the $5. Says, do you think Call of Duty will become, of course it will become an Xbox exclusive long after that deal is null and void that Phil is saying for Sony to accept? Of course. It says they didn't make Minecraft an exclusive. I think you spend all this money for something, right? You spend all $70 billion for something, for a reason, right? For a reason. You spend all that money for a reason. So therefore, eventually it will be. But as of right now, Call of Duty will remain on PlayStation like it should, because that's more money. That's more money it's generating. The more platforms it's on, just like the Minecraft situation, the more platform it's on, the more money that publisher or that platform holder, will get. Whoever owns the IP will get. Yes, for sure. That's more money.
Boy.
But some people would say you spend all that money just for it to be on other platforms. Well, you make more money that way. Because Microsoft, they don't really have a strong install base when it comes to their consoles, right? Like Sony does. You know what I mean? Sony sells way more consoles than Microsoft, right? Sony have a bigger fan base than Microsoft, right? So if it was in reverse, that would be a big plus. That would be a big W. If Sony would have acquired Activision, that would have been a big plus for PlayStation gamers, because majority of PlayStation gamers are soaking up Call of Duty versus anywhere else. Right? More people play on PlayStation when it comes to Call of Duty than any other console. So that would have been a big W. You honestly think that Sony would have sat there and be like, oh yeah, we're going to put Call of Duty on Xbox. No, heck no. You know why? Because Sony have the bigger brand here than Microsoft. They have the bigger brand. They have the bigger console brand. They have the bigger fan base when it comes to consoles. They've been doing it longer than Microsoft. So why would they put it on another platform? Why? I mean, yeah, obviously for more money, but you honestly think Sony would have done that? No. If this was in reverse, no, they wouldn't. Sony wants everything to be on their console and their console only. Simple as that. Simple as that. Hence why you don't see Final Fantasy, you don't see Spider-Man, you don't see any of these games that do numbers for Sony. You don't see any of these games on Xbox. And same thing with Microsoft. You don't see Gears, you don't see Forza, you don't see any of these games because it's exclusive to their box. It's the same thing, man. It's the same thing. But obviously, stuff like this, something as big as this is the biggest deal ever in entertainment history. So, of course, Sony is going to say something. Sony is not going to roll over and be like, oh, no, it's all good. It's all good. You can have Call of Duty. You can have all the marketing rights, considering that it's printing a lot of money for Sony. No. And you would have done the same thing. You would have done the same thing, too. You'd have been like, no, I'm going to say something. I have to say something. I can't let this deal go through. Common sense. It's business at the end of the day. That's just the way it works. Whether you disagree or agree, it's business. And I had to learn that, like, listen, I got to take myself out of the equation here and understand that regardless of what Jim Ryan is saying, oh, it's inadequate. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. And blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, if you are competing against somebody else, if your rival is sitting here getting the upper hand on you, you're going to say something. You're not going to just roll over. And that's what I would do. I would have to say something, be like, listen, man, this is taking food out of our platform gamers. You know what I mean? This is taking food out of our mouths at the same time. So you're going to say something. Kratos says, I can see Sony doing something crazy to prevent this deal from going through. I'm telling you, they already, listen, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Trust me, we're going to talk about it. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button if you're brand new. We're going to dig into these topics. It says all Sony has to do is overshadow COD, SOCOM, Killzone, Siphon Filter, MAG, Warhawk, Resistance, Factions 2, The Last of Us, and plenty other either in the vault or indie titles from Steam. Exactly. Is Sony going to go under because the deal goes through? No. And that's where I see a lot of people getting it twisted. Sony is not going to go under. Sony is not going to go under because the Call of Duty, the worst come to worst, Jim just going to have to accept the deal. Whether it's a 3-year deal, 7-year deal, whatever the case may be, or forever. Even if COD remains on PlayStation forever, right? But exclusive content is gonna be on Xbox. Doesn't matter. Are they gonna go under because they lose marketing rights? No, they're not going to go under. I see people say, oh, they're going to become the new Sega. Oh, they're going to go under. Trust me, they're going to go under. No, they're not. They're not going to be Sega. That was a whole different time frame with a whole different console. No, they're not going to go under. No, they're not. Stop saying that crap. Sony got some of the best IPs in the world. Sony got some of the best studios in the world. Are you serious? Look at God of War. Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? Look at the implication that God of War got on people like me, falling out of my chair, going crazy. That's the type of stuff that I'm talking about. Microsoft don't have anything like that right now. That's showing me falling out of my chair. Hellblade 2, I was excited. I was hyped, but I wasn't falling out of my chair. I was like, whoa, oh my God, that looks good. But Sony makes you fall out of your chair, ladies and gentlemen. They make you say, wow, oh my God, oh. Sony is not going to go under. Why are we doing this? Sony is going to be fine. Yes, they're going to raise concerns. Yes, they're going to say something because they've been doing this for so long with Call of Duty. They've been having the marketing rights for so long, and it's benefiting the PlayStation gamers at the end of the day because more people play Call of Duty on PlayStation. So, of course, they're going to say something. Say what you want about Jim Ryan. I've already told you guys this. One thing I can say about that man is correct on let the games do the talking. You saw I showed you the proof in the pudding yesterday. I showed you guys that yesterday. I said Matt Booty even tipped his hat off to PlayStation because PlayStation still got the edge over Microsoft when it comes to quality games. Quality games drive more attention to your platform, drive more attention to your console. Exclusive games drive the consumer to buy your console or to get into your ecosystem. That's always been the bread and butter since day one. If that's the case, then everything will be everywhere. And that's what Microsoft wants at this moment. They want barriers to be broken. They want everybody to be playing everywhere, anytime, no matter what, whatever screen you're on. You understand what I'm saying? Sony, I stopped saying that crap. Oh, Sony's going to go under because, they're going to become the new Sega because of Call of Duty. No, they are not. They got way too many IPs. Sony just failed to dig in their IP bag. You know how many older IPs they have? Classics that will run circles around any back catalog games that Microsoft got? You know how many talented studios Sony got? They don't need Call of Duty. They can make their own Call of Duty for their fan bases. For the PlayStation fans. Yes, I understand it prints money for them. But sometimes, man, that's just life. When you don't own something, you can't expect. Wait, what happened? All right, is the stream okay, guys? Let me know if the stream is okay. Is the stream okay? Is the stream okay? It just disconnected a while ago. Let me check on my internet. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh my God. Is the stream okay? Golly. We're good? Buffering, we're good? It paused for a few seconds. Okay, all right, we good? All right. I'm sorry about that. Guys. I don't know what happened. But we're fine now. Okay, good. All right, we cool? All right, good. So, like I was saying, guys, okay. Yeah, I was going hard. I know. I was going too hard. But it went. Okay, we back. All right. So, like I was saying, bro, like I said, Sony is not going to go under. Sony is going to be fine. Sony is going to be fine at the end of the day, regardless of what happens with Call of Duty. Yes, they're going to lose out on marketing rights. They're going to lose out on the fact that, hey, listen, because that's what drives a lot of people to play on PlayStation even more, because the exclusive content, and because PlayStation gamers, they just want to play on PlayStation and nowhere else, right? So it's funny to me how people are saying, oh, yeah, PlayStation is going to be done for. PlayStation, it's over for PlayStation. No, bro. Sony is going to be fine. They're going to be fine. And now this pushes Sony to be more innovative, right? You know, we don't own Call of Duty. Hey, you know what? We're not going to just roll over and let this deal go through. We're going to raise our concerns. We're going to say what we got to say and get what we got to get done. But anyway, guys, let's get off into the topics, man. I've already got that off my chest. Let's get to these super chats and then we'll dive right off into this one, okay? TX Gamer says, to be honest, I don't think Jim Ryan even has a smidget of knowledge on everything Sony has since the 90s that are popular IPs. Hell, let's see here. Capcom could partner with Sony and bring back Dino Crisis. Bro, Sony got some of the best IPs in the world, regardless of how you look at it, right? Sony got the best IPs in the world. Next to Microsoft, they got the best IPs in the world. Look at God of War. Bro, I'm telling you, even people that y'all playing around, man. Even people that are Xbox boys, right? People that play their preferred platform of choice is Xbox, right? They're saying, "Oh my God, God of War looks amazing. God of War looks like game of the year. God of War looks like game of the generation." Even Xbox boys. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Sony is king, bro. Sony is king when it comes to their exclusive single-player games. Their single-player games is what they are known for years. For years. They do have some strong multiplayer IPs from back in the day, but SOCOM, like I said before, who knows what's going to happen with SOCOM? Who knows what's going to happen with all these different games and what have you? But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, Sony is not going to go under. Sony just going to have to come up with a plan. Okay, you got Call of Duty. Now we're just going to have to make our own Call of Duty. It's gonna take years to have the popularity. It's going to take years to generate the money that Call of Duty generates, but we're going to have to do something for our fan base. I'm just saying, you can't win everything in life. You can't. Sometimes you just got to take the L. You got to take the knee, bro. That's just the way it is. Marlon, Microsoft had COD during the 360 era and Sony was fine. Exactly. And was fine. Can't Jim Ryan just accept the deal and move on? That's what I'm saying. Just accept the deal. He said the deal is inadequate and blah, 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 and it's going against PlayStation gamers. Just accept the deal, Jim. There's no easy way out of this. I know that a lot of people, there's a lot of companies, a lot of people that are against this whole merger. They're against this whole deal. Just accept the deal and move on. Because push come to shove, whether or not this deal goes through or not. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, if the deal does not go through, okay. If it don't go through for Microsoft, what if it gets in the hands of Amazon? What if Amazon buys it? It's going to be the same thing. What if Amazon end up buying Activision? You really want Amazon to really do that? Amazon got crazy freaking money. Okay? Crazy money. Do you want Google to buy Activision? Hence why you heard Phil said, nah, our direct competitors are Google and freaking Amazon. Do you really want Google to buy Activision? Do you really want Amazon? Oh, you gonna be in trouble then. You don't want those guys to buy Activision. Okay? So whether the deal goes through or not, the fact still remains, Sony, you do not own the IP. You do not own the IP. So whether or not Microsoft buys it or not, you don't own it. So of course, whoever buys it, how is that going to benefit you? You're going to have to accept the deal. Accept the friggin' deal. You don't have $70 billion to buy Activision. You don't have that type of bread. So you don't have no choice but to accept the deal and move along. Stop wasting time. Move along. I'm telling you, Sony, I love Sony, man. I do. You see how excited I get. You see how hype I get for their games. I love Sony. I do. But sometimes they just piss me off, dude. They just get me upset. You know what I mean? Like with the price hike situation, which we're going to talk about again, which, their anti-consumer practices. Every company is anti-consumer. Like, it's just so much. It's so much stuff. As of late, they just been bad news after bad news after bad news. But at the same time, nobody can deny Sony IPs and their studio's potential and how talented their studios are. You don't need to be stretching this Call of Duty thing out like that. It's okay. It's okay. Move on. Get on with your life. Let's talk about this, man. I'm going to put some timestamps on this. Make sure you guys hit the like button, share the stream, all that good stuff. Let's get into it. So one of the things that I did talk about, which I wanted to kind of talk about here, is Phil Spencer and what he's actually saying about Sony needing to innovate and stuff like that, and really like think outside the box and do something different. You know what I mean? Do your own stuff. So we're gonna dive into this one. I'm trying to figure out why this thing. You know what? We might have to go old school on this one because I need to make sure that we have timestamp, or else you guys will never forgive me for not having timestamp. I don't know what my iPad is doing right now, so I'm just gonna have to just write this down on a piece of paper for you guys, like word up, like facts, all facts. So let me put down my iPad because I don't know what it's doing and I don't have the time to waste. You guys need the news and information, so boy,
We're swimming in cash.
Raiden says only Sony upset all other companies except the friggin' deal, bro. Accept the deal. All right, so Phil talking about Sony needs to innovate, okay? And again, like I said before, and I'll say it again, look at Nintendo. You see Nintendo crying about not having Call of Duty on their platform. They haven't had Call of Duty since the Wii U. They had Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and they had Call of Duty Ghosts, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. You see them crying about it? You see them stressing too much on it? No, because they have their IPs, bro. They have their own IPs. They're not worrying and crying over anything. They're doing their thing at the end of the day. All right, check this out. So Phil Spencer literally came out and said he passionately defends Game Pass over Call of Duty. Competition is about driving competitors to innovate, aka PlayStation, aka Sony. Ever since Game Pass came out in 2017, right? Obviously, they had a small amount of studios back then compared to what they have right now. Okay? And at the same time, Sony, you gotta be innovative. You gotta think outside the box. Who cares if somebody buys Call of Duty or not? If you wanted Call of Duty, you would have, if you had the money to do so, you would have done it. But you don't have that type of bread. So somebody else is gonna do it. And Phil is saying, listen, we still want Call of Duty to remain on PlayStation. We're not saying that it doesn't need to be on PlayStation anymore. We own the IP, blah, blah, blah. They could have very well done that. But they're saying, nope, we're gonna keep it there. All right, so to show you guys a little bit of light on this situation, let's take a look at it here. Now, Spencer talked about various matters relating to the deal during a short segment and had something particularly enthusiastic response to the question about whether putting Call of Duty on Xbox Game Pass could create problems for Sony and owners of PlayStation consoles if the Activision Blizzard deal goes through. Now, in short, he thinks Game Pass embodies what competition is about. Yes, because it pushes Sony to think outside the box. It pushes Sony to not be sitting back and, oh, no, we got this in the bag. No, it pushes them to create and be more innovative and all this type of stuff, better experiences for everybody. Now, check this out. He says, when I look at something like Game Pass specifically, he says, I think it's the output of competition in our market. We sat back as Microsoft and Xbox and we thought, how can we innovate? Microsoft, innovate. When Phil Spencer came out with Game Pass, that's what I'm talking about, innovation. They realized that they can't go toe-to-toe with Sony when it comes to exclusive games. Hold up, let me switch back to the main screen because I gotta go in. Here. I literally gotta go in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button. Let's get it. I'm about to go in. Microsoft knows, the Xbox brand knows that they cannot go in toe-to-toe with Sony when it comes to exclusive games, when it comes to high-quality games. They know they can't go toe-to-toe. You cannot win that. You know you can't win a console generation when it comes to sales against Sony because Sony just got the better IPs. So what did Microsoft have to end up doing? Come up with Game Pass. Because Game Pass did not exist before Microsoft went on ahead and started Game Pass. When Phil Spencer said, nah, we need to come up with this. We got to do something, right? So you can't blame Microsoft. You can't blame them for coming up with Game Pass and being innovative because that's a race and that's a battle that they know they cannot win. You cannot defeat Sony when it comes to exclusive games. You cannot win that. You cannot. You cannot win the quality of Sony games. I'm not sitting here saying, is every single Sony game high quality? No. But for the most part, they are. A lot of people stress the fact that, GT7 wasn't quality because of the microtransactions, because of always online and all this type of stuff, right? People didn't like Returnal. Case in point. Not every single thing a company is going to put out, you're going to be all over it, right? But Microsoft needed to innovate. They had to innovate, or else they would have keep getting bodied by Sony Every generation, body, after being bodied, blow after blow, blow after blow. What are you going to do? Sit there, keep getting punched? You got to do something. And that's what Microsoft did with Game Pass. Blow after blow. Sony been bodying Microsoft since the very beginning. What do you expect Microsoft to do? Innovate, come up with something for their ecosystem, come up with value for their consumers. That's what they had to do. You can't mess with Sony when it comes to consoles. You can't. Are you crazy? That's like messing with Nintendo when it comes to their IPs or when it comes to their console. Are you out of your mind? That's a battle you will never win. Nobody can touch Nintendo. The only company that can touch Nintendo is Sony. And even then, Sony IPs don't even sell as well as Nintendo IPs. Are you crazy and out of your mind? No, cannot touch Nintendo. Come on, guys. Come on, man. I can't wait for this deal to be over with. This is ridiculous. We don't have to be stretching this thing out so long, man. It's foolish. So yes, of course, he's right. Phil is right. How we innovate and create value for players. And that's exactly what they did with Game Pass. They created insane value for their players, for their consumer base, for everybody who wants the game, for everybody who cares about the games that they put out. Value. You don't have to go out there and spend $60 or $70 to play our games. You sign up for a subscription service and you can get everything that you want, everything that we put out there. Okay? Did Sony do something like that? No. Sony is like, listen, that does not work for our business model. That does not work for our business model. It does not work. So we're not going to do that. That innovation that I'm talking about triggers the PlayStation gamer to say, Sony, you need to put your exclusive games day and date in your service. Think about what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. That huge disruption, that innovation from Xbox in 2017 with Game Pass, that would change the industry forever. Microsoft is for the long haul. It's like a train. It's a never-ending train. They're trying to make sure that they pack as many games, they're trying to buy as many studios as much as possible to feed their baby, which is Game Pass, for the long haul. So when the cloud gaming thing becomes a primary source of playing your games, they're already ahead of the curve. Whereas Sony's sitting here, no, man, it's time to push forward. You ain't got time to be wasting time. You got to think outside the box. So because of Game Pass, because of the day and date, say what you want to say about Xbox and their exclusive games. Say they got 0 games, but they will have games coming. They will have, this is the most competitive generation, ladies and gentlemen, that we're in. This is the most since the 360 era. This is the most competitive, and it should be that way. Microsoft should push Sony out to be more innovative. Push Sony out to be more creative. You need to be creative. You can't just be complacent, sipping on some freaking pina colada. No. Get out the box. Get out the spot. The heck are you doing? Man, listen, bro. I'm too passionate for this stuff. I really am, because when I talk, I'm so deeply engraved. I don't even realize if you know that. I'm so deep into this because it's 2 different sides to the story at the end of the day. Every story has 2 different sides to it. Doesn't matter how you look at it. Both companies are not exempt from exclusive games because they both do it. When Microsoft bought Bethesda, remember what they said, right? As long as you have Game Pass, you will have everything from Bethesda on Game Pass. What is that? Exclusivity. That's what that is. Come on, man. Sure. Now, he said how we innovate and create value for gamers, and we keep up with a new model for customers. Build out their library of games, and gamers love it. Of course they do. Of course they do, because that literally saved Xbox. The next thing he said that I think that's what competition is about. Of course it is. Competition is about driving competitors to innovate, driving competitors to do new things like cloud, like subscriptions, like building new intellectual property. Sony. Hear what this man said? Like building new intellectual property. That's what you need to be doing. Accept the deal. Cut your losses. Come up with your own intellectual property for Call of Duty. That is it. Even if this deal does not go through for Microsoft and somebody else gets a hold of it, it's going to be the same thing because you don't have that type of money. You don't have that type of bread. Common sense. Come up with your own intellectual property. Thank you, Phil. Thank you. It's a shame. It's a shame. We're still going through this as PlayStation gamers. It's like, I get it. You're not going to roll over and let things happen or let things go through, but you don't have that type of money. You don't. So you're going to have to accept it. You're going to have to, it's either that or you come up with your own friggin' intellectual property. Everything we have focused on is how we compete effectively. You're doggone right. I give it to Microsoft. They've been taking L's for years. They had to do something. And how to deliver more to our customers. Beautiful. Beautiful. You see, like I said before, and I'll say it again. Sony knows what they got to do. Sony knows exactly what they got to do. You don't own COD. It's not your intellectual property. So you can't expect that it's going to last forever. You cannot. And that's so true. That is so true. Come up with your own Game Pass. Come up with your own stuff. That is true. Because it drives competitors to be innovative. You're going to have to be innovative. You're going to have to come up with your own stuff. I mean, it's called creativity. I love Sony, man. You guys know I love Sony, man. But come on, man. For real, though. Seriously. Moving on to the next topic. I'm done talking about it. Mr. Nix, thank you for the $5. Says, this is a great business lesson. It is. It is, man. You can't tell me that nobody, I know a lot of you guys love Xbox in here that are watching me right now. You can't tell me that nobody does not agree with me or nobody that does not agree with Phil Spencer on what he just said. That is so true, man. That is so true. You have to be innovative. Look at Nintendo, Fire Emblem, Zelda. They've been re-releasing the same games for years. And they sell crazy. They have an insane attach rate. They don't have the best online service or the best online community like Xbox Live and PlayStation. But you don't see them crying about Call of Duty. No, they're not. They're innovating and they're coming up with their own Final Fantasy and their own. I'm done, man. I ain't got to explain that. Y'all already know this already. I ain't wasting time explaining stuff. If you can't beat the game, single player exclusives, create another game. Yep, games on service, console, games as a service. Yeah,
we're swimming in cash.
Which Sony has a lot of stuff. They have a lot of stuff in the pipeline, right? They have a lot of stuff in the pipeline. Already they do. They do. So they got Last of Us, right? That new Last of Us multiplayer experience. They got Deviation Games, even though Jason Blundell actually dipped out, right? But everything seems like it's going as planned, right? They have a lot of multiplayer stuff. Only time will tell to see how that resonates with PlayStation fans. My man Day says that, thank you for the $2, says this is like Iverson telling Jordan to be better. There you go. There you go. I'm done, man. You guys already get the idea. Let's go ahead and let's move on. I told you guys this is a very spicy topic. It really is a spicy topic. Let's talk about another thing again. Once again, say what you want to say about Xbox and, they don't have any games and all this type of stuff. That's not going to hold up for too long. That is not going to hold up for too long because they got so much stuff that I'm looking forward to, that you guys are looking forward to. They don't have any games right now, but you just wait till next year and beyond. That's going to be a whole different conversation. Let's talk about this price hike, because after 2 years or almost 2 years, you would really think that, well, a price drop would come into play, right? Sony has already said in a statement in 2021 that, listen, the PS5 is already profitable. Okay, if the PS5 is already profitable, why go up on the price? Why you don't just eat the extra costs or whatever the case may be, right? If the PS5 is already profitable, if the PS5 is the most successful selling console in the world for you, right? Okay. Now, here's once again, I got to give Microsoft credit. I have to give them, whether or not they have the intentions to go up on the price or not. Ladies and gentlemen, hear me out. Whether they have the potential to go up on the price or not, right now they're being the good guy in the eyes of the consumer with this whole price hike situation. A lot of countries who are affected by this, right? Hey, I feel for them. I feel for them. Whether it's $50, $60, everybody's financial situation is different. But Microsoft came out and said, nope, we have no intentions of going up on the price. Now Phil is coming out here and talking about this again, saying that Phil Spencer, it's not the right move. It is not the right move to raise the price of the Xbox Series X and S. You know why? You know why Phil is saying this? I need y'all to pay attention to me. I need y'all to hit the like button on this one, okay? Phil is like, the economy. You would think that Sony would care about their PlayStation fan base, exempt from the US, that, you know what? The economy is shot right now. There's so much stuff going on right now, right? You know, prices are going up. Gas prices are going up. Rent is going up. Food is going up. The last thing you need is to pay extra on something that you love, right? Considering that it's already profitable for you, right? So what the heck? Seriously, what the heck? But once again, Microsoft looks good in this situation. It's not the right move. And it's not. It's not the right move. It's not the right move. A lot of times console manufacturers don't make profits off their consoles. Sony took a massive L on the PS3. We already know that already. These console manufacturers sell the console at a loss. They make up for it with the software, DLC, accessories, all that type of stuff. Their digital storefront, all that type of stuff. Sony is making money. Sony is not hurting. Okay, they're not. If you look at their financial reports, they're clearly not hurting. You talk about digital distribution, Sony got that sold up. So they're not hurting for money. They're making bank. They're literally making bank. And if anything, you would think it should have been the other way around, right? Nintendo came out, nope, we don't have any plans. So how does that make Sony look in the grand scheme of things? Like, that's anti-consumer, right? Like you're not doing what's best for the gamer. You're not offering any value or anything. That's why you see a lot of people was lashing out on Sony. And I mean, hey, they're well within their right because they're saving up money, right? For 2 years, they can't get their hands on a PS5. Now, when they do get ready to buy a PS5, oh, it's $70 more. Oh, it's $50 more. Oh, I got to come up with more money. But I digress. Now, Xbox boss Phil Spencer literally was talking to CNBC on this whole situation. And he said earlier this week that he felt like it wasn't the right move for the company right now. As of right now, we don't know in the future if they might go up on the price or not. But as of right now, and especially with the economy in turmoil right now, people are losing their jobs. People struggling to put food on the table and things of that nature. It's tough times right now, right? The last thing you want is a price hike. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about this. He says, I can never say never. Okay. Obviously, you can never say never because you never know what's going to happen, right? for all we know, maybe a year later, they might go up on the price. We don't know. We're just saying hypothetically speaking. But he said, I can never say that we ever won't do something, right? But I can definitely say today we have no plans to raise the price of our consoles. We think in a time where consumers or customers are more economically challenged than ever. Yes, this is the worst time, absolute worst time to go up on the price. It is, because the economy is shot right now. It's oh boy. But he said, I don't think that would be the right move to go. And he's right. He is right. Whether it's $50, whether it's $100, it's still extra money that you got to spend. So I agree. One love to Phil Spencer on that one. That's good. Continue to be the good guy. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. So the next thing here is obviously Sony calls out the whole Activision deal, right? They literally call out Xbox on this whole Activision deal. Once again, after Jim Ryan came out and said what he said and whatever the case may be, right? Saying that the deal is inadequate and it's against what, for PlayStation gamers, value for PlayStation gamers, all this type of stuff, right? Well. Let's talk about this one. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the share button. Are you enjoying today's show? I hope you are. All right. Now, let's move along here because there's a statement that I can't wait for this whole Call of Duty deal situation to be over with, man. It's just every time you wake up, it's something else. So let's dial into this one. Listen to this. Now, the CMA, that's in the UK, right? They already said that they were against the whole Xbox Activision deal, right? They said that, listen, this is going to have major implications on Sony, and the gamers and blah, 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 and all that type of stuff. Jim Ryan came out and said the deal is inadequate, blah, 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 all this type of stuff, right? We already know all this already. But now Sony welcomes UK's decision because now the CMA, they're literally investigating this deal even further now, right? So Sony welcomes the decision to investigate Microsoft Activision deal. Of course they're gonna welcome it. You think, like I said before, you think they're gonna just roll over and let this deal just go right through with no friction, nothing at all, just go right through like that? No, the CMA is gonna have something to say. The competition and the Competition Market Authority, they're gonna have something to say. They're gonna dig into this one, right? They're not gonna just let it roll in and it's all good. It's all good. Now, listen to this one here. Provided an official statement to gamingindustry.biz, Sony appreciates the effort by the CMA. Of course, they're gonna appreciate the CMA for digging deeper in the deal because Sony don't want the friggin' deal to go through. Of course not. They're gonna welcome it. Yeah, CA. Yeah, CMA. Go through with it. Yeah. Dig a little deeper. Stop that deal from happening. Of course, man. It's not rocket science. Of course. Now, listen to this. The recommendation to begin a second phase in investigation into Microsoft Activision, obviously the Blizzard deal, the statement reads, this is Sony. By giving Microsoft control of Activision games like Call of Duty, nothing else but Call of Duty, this deal would have major negative implications for gamers. This is what Sony is saying. This is what Sony is saying, ladies and gentlemen. You see what... Man, this is so hypocritical. Like, this is so crazy right now. Like, it's just one thing after the other. You hear this, you hear that. Just accept the friggin' deal and move along. Because if the deal falls into somebody else's hands, you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna friggin' like it. Okay? So just accept the deal and move along. Okay, it's going to have negative implications for gamers and the future of the gaming industry, right? Now, listen to this. We want to guarantee PlayStation gamers to continue to have the highest quality gaming experience. Listen. There's a lot of Call of Duty games that is not quality. Jim or Sony, there's a lot of Call of Duty games that are not quality. Look at Vanguard. Vanguard was not that good. Okay? You want to talk about quality Call of Duty games? The older Call of Duty games, right? The Modern Warfare series was good, right? Black Ops 1 and 2 was good, right? Not every single Call of Duty game is quality. Quality experience? Call of Duty quality? Unless you're talking, like I said, Modern Warfare, or you're talking about the earlier Black Ops games. After that, man, Call of Duty's been going up and down over the years. It's that green for Sony. Sony looking at that money. I'm done. I ain't got to y'all know this. Y'all smart people. Y'all know all this. Like, Marlon, you ain't got to stretch yourself thin, sir. Yeah. your people are smart, Marlon. They know this already. You guys are smart. You know this. It's business, right? But anyways, Sony said that we want to guarantee PlayStation gamers to continue to have the highest quality gaming experience. And we want to appreciate the CMA's focus on protecting gamers. Oh, wow. Protecting gamers? Are we really protecting gamers? No, Sony, you're protecting your pockets. You're protecting your pockets, Sony. Not saying that you don't offer value to PlayStation fans with exclusive Call of Duty like this one right here that I just talked about, the exclusive Operation Pack for Modern Warfare 2 that's only exclusive to PlayStation console, right? So you're saying that you appreciate the CMA's focus to protect gamers. No, you're protecting your pockets because this is all about you. This is all about your bottom line. You see the hypocrisy in this? You see how hypocritical that sound? Come on, guys. Like I said, I love Sony. I will always get hyped for their games, but when they need to be called out, I will call them out. You're protecting gamers? No, you're protecting your pocketbooks. You're protecting your wallets. You're protecting the investors. You're making sure that the big boss is happy. You're protecting your bottom line, Sony. That's what you're doing. You're protecting your bottom line. We're not stupid. We're not stupid because PlayStation gamers are going to be fine with a lot of PlayStation gamers say, I don't even play Call of Duty anymore. So this is not whether this deal goes through or not. This is not protecting Listen. This is not protecting Call of Duty gamers on PlayStation, right? This is not, besides the exclusive content, what else is there? I mean, people can play Call of Duty on whatever platform they choose, right? Even though it might have significant implication moving forward in the future on where people decide to play Call of Duty first, right? But you're saying, oh, we're protecting the gamers. Oh, really? Are you protecting the gamers? No, you're protecting your money, your pockets, because you know that Microsoft is hitting you where it hurts right now. They're hitting you right dead in your pockets. So, of course, you're not going to let this roll over. Man, come on, man. I'm done talking about this, bro. This is too much for me, bro. You already know how I get down. You know I'm always going to speak the truth from my heart. Whether I'm wrong or am I right, doesn't matter. It's my opinion, right? And if my opinion is wrong, call me out. Donate a super chat or tag me and say, Marlon, you're wrong. But are they really protecting gamers? Are they? Majority of you guys that hit that subscribe button on this channel are PlayStation gamers. Is Sony really doing this for the best interest of PlayStation gamers? Or are they really doing this for the best interest of their pockets? I'm done talking. Now, let's go ahead here and let's move along. Microsoft says it makes zero business sense, and it does. Microsoft says that it makes zero business sense to remove Call of Duty from PlayStation. Of course it does. Of course. Because, listen, Call of Duty is played more on PlayStation. So why remove it? Why remove it? That's more money for you. That's more money. That's going to be printing more money. So why remove it? Why remove it? So that's Microsoft clapping back on Sony, saying, yeah, it makes zero business sense to remove Call of Duty from PlayStation after Sony raises more concerns over the Activision Blizzard deal. Man, this is ridiculous. So there you have it. There you have it. Protecting gamers, right? Come on, man. You guys know better than what you're saying. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Say I'm wrong. Or is Sony really protecting you guys? Let me do a poll right quick. I'm not into the foolishness. You guys already know I'm not into the foolishness, right? So I'm going to ask you guys, is Sony protecting PlayStation gamers with Call of Duty? Yes or no? Yes or no? Simple as that. If I'm wrong, if they are protecting you guys, well, okay. No, they're protecting their pockets. That's my opinion. They're protecting their pockets. They're protecting their bottom line. Just saying. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But some of y'all are so much of a fanboy, that's completely fine. Like I said, I love Sony, but I'm not going to sell my soul. I'm not. I'm always going to continue to get hype for their games because their games just do the talking. Their games are just higher quality than Microsoft. Is Microsoft finally catching on with Hellblade 2 and Forza? Yes, they are. But that still does not distinguish their business practices. That still does not distinguish the anti-consumer stuff. That still does not exempt them from being called out. Don't get it twisted. The freak are you talking about? Are they protecting you guys? No, they're not. Come on, man. I love Sony, and I can even stand up as a gamer and say, no, they're not protecting me. They're protecting their bottom line. It's business. When are y'all going to learn that? It's business at the end of the day. Sony is not your friend. Sony's not going to hold your hand and y'all swing in the sunset and y'all ride off into the sunset. Sony's not paying your bills. I love Sony. You guys know how I get down when it comes to Sony. I get hyped for Sony. You guys already know this already. But that still does not exempt them from their business practices. Anti-consumer, blocking crossplay, all this stuff that they used to. Listen to me, man. Call them out when they deserve. Oh, said that Horizon Forbidden West is going to be a free upgrade to PS5, then start charging for it again. And then we call them out and then they fix it. You have to call out these companies when they don't want you to kiss up to them every single time. Yeah, they want you to call them out. What's the whole point of you reviewing a game, right? If Sony puts out a game and it's trash, say it is not. You don't have to say it's trash. Just say, hey, you know what? This game is not as good. I'm expecting better from Sony. Don't say that the game is amazing when you know it's trash because it's Sony. Come on, man. Come on. Stand up. Stand up. There's nothing wrong with that. Stand up. I keep telling you guys that. Stand up. It's okay. It's okay to call them out when they deserve to be called out. Calling them out is different from bashing them. Bashing them is one thing, right? But calling them out is a whole different. Sony wants you to call them out so that they can make better decisions. Come on, man. Why am I doing this right now? Why am I doing this? Am I looking foolish here? Am I wasting my time? Please tell me if I'm wasting my time because I don't like wasting my time. You guys know how I get down. You guys know how I get down. I keep it real with you guys. If I'm wrong about something, just say I'm wrong about something. But I'm not bashing Sony. I love Sony. I want Sony to do better. I want Sony to create more innovative experiences for us. We do know that Sony have a lot of stuff up their sleeves, but that still does not negate the fact that they don't need to be doing all this stuff. Like, is they going to roll over and let this deal go through? No. Can they be innovative? Yes. Do they have IPs that they can use? Yes. Will it take a long time? Yes. Come on, man. Stop playing, bro. All right, next topic. Done talking about it. Done talking about it. We'll talk about it again when we get into Q&A. Done talking about it. Let's talk about RE4. All right. And this is an interesting situation here because I think a lot of people thought that it was just going to be next generation only. whatever the case may be. So Resident Evil 4 remake is going to be for PS4 and it's now in development, right? Obviously, we already know that. This is during the RE showcase and everything like that. So Resident Evil 4 will launch on PS4 as well. And so, yeah, obviously Resident Evil 4 remake is due out March 24th for PS5, PS4, PC, and Xbox Series consoles. Okay, so that's what we're having there. So PS4 gamers, get hyped, get excited. That's just what you have right now. Let's get it popping. All right, so let's talk about Tekken, right? We got to talk about Tekken because we found out that Tekken is running in real time on the PlayStation 5. Man, that game looks literally insane. Like, I was like, what? Running in real time on PS5. But get this, ladies and gentlemen, Tekken 8 is now being developed with Unreal Engine 5. Wow. No wonder why it looks so good. I cannot wait. Obviously, Tekken 8 will be on PC, PS5, Series X, and S, okay? So that's what we have there going on this one. It says during the PlayStation 1 days, just to have a game at that time be in polygons and make it look like a showpiece of technology was something that really drove the audience for the game, right? Obviously, remember those polygon days? Man, Tekken has come a long way. I'm literally blown away. Cannot wait to play Tekken, and they're using Unreal Engine 5. It's definitely a visual showpiece. It's moving over into next generation, and oh my God, it looks bananas, okay? Built from the ground up. And obviously, we felt that after all these years, that's something that hasn't changed. So we really decided that we want to do with the graphics as far as the benchmark of the game, what the tone of the matter was going to look like visually. And my God, they literally blow it out the park. All of that stuff was one of the things I think we discussed at the beginning of the project. Yeah, raising that visual benchmark because Tekken definitely does look amazing and it's running real time. The trailer and everything that we saw was running real time on the PlayStation 5. And I literally cannot wait for Tekken. As somebody that, literally grew up playing Tekken since day one, since PS1. Crazy times that we're living to see how things kind of transform and everything. All right, next topic here. Let's talk about DBZ. I grew up watching DBZ and everything like that. Obviously, Super and all that, GT, all that stuff. I didn't even really focus too much on, Dragon Balls afterwards. But Dragon Ball Z, yeah, man, it's definitely a childhood thing. So Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, PS5 is coming 2023, right? As a free upgrade for existing owners. Season 2 DLC confirmed. So this is really good news and everything like that. So let me know y'all thoughts. It will be coming to PS5 and Series X. Enjoy the enhanced graphics and 60 FPS and all that good stuff. So that's coming out next year and it's going to have a free upgrade and stuff like that for existing owners. So there you guys go. Next topic that we're going to move along here with is obviously Wolong. Cannot wait for Wolong. Man, that game looks amazing. Obviously, another game that's going to be day one on Game Pass. Insane value right there. Lies of P, insane value. I'm very excited. I want to be able to stream this for you guys. I might simply do like a blowout or something like that for you guys or what have you. I know that the beta is going live in just a bit here for Call of Duty. So I'm planning on streaming that as well. I might do Wolong. I don't know what I might do. We'll figure it out. But I want to play that Wolong demo for you guys and check it out and stuff like that. So we have the Wolong demo here. And I was actually shocked because I wasn't really expecting us to, literally get a demo so soon, considering that the game is coming out next year. So Wolong Fallen Dynasty demo. Okay. Now, the crazy part here is it's also available, on PS5 and Series X and everything, but it's timed. It's a timed demo. So it's only available until September 26th. Cannot wait, man. I'm telling you guys right now, if you love Sekiro, if you love, Bloodborne and games like Souls games like that, man, then you will definitely love this game. I mean, that's just the way it is. And I've always loved these type of games and everything. So keep in mind that Wolong Final Dynasty demo is only playable online. So it's only playable online and you will have to hook up to PlayStation Network and Xbox Live to actually play it. Now, furthermore, anyone who plays and completes the demo will receive a Crouching Dragon helmet. Okay, so a Crouching dragon helmet. That's what you're going to be getting. All right. And so that is really, really good. And you will be able to equip it on the main game on launch day. So there you go. 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 Let me know y'all thoughts. Are you going to be playing it? I'll just do a live stream on it for you guys and everything, whether it's on Twitch, YouTube, whatever, etc. It looks very, very exciting. So yeah, Team Ninja, man, I'm telling you, can't wait, can't wait, can't wait. All right. So let me see here. If you guys have any questions, any concerns based on the topics that we did talk about, feel free to fire away in the chat or whatever. Tag me at Marlin Gaming Nation with all your questions, with all your concerns and everything. It seems as though that it, oh yeah, it's definitely going down. So yeah. Let me know y'all thoughts. Let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section. Tag me at Marlin Gaming Nation with all your questions and concerns. It is Crazy Friday for a lot of our regulars here. And also make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button and everything. So appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys. Any questions, any concerns? What the heck? Why is this ad playing in the background? Any questions, any concerns? Yeah. Third person. Yep. That looks good. That looks so good. Yes. Yes. Anyways, any questions, any concerns, come in with your super chats, with your question. Tag me at Marlin Gaming Nation with your questions. Any questions pertaining to anything that I talked about during the main show. This is the time. If you have any questions, I don't have a lot of time to play around with. I make sure you guys follow me out on Twitch. I will be streaming the Call of Duty beta. So if you guys want to see that, follow me out on Twitch, and then I'll do Wolong probably later on in a few here and stuff like that on YouTube. So if you guys are interested, make sure you follow me out on Twitch. I will be streaming the Call of Duty beta for you guys. But I digress. Any questions? All right, let's see here. It says, so who is Microsoft buying after ABK? I don't know, man. I've already saw the fact that they said that they're still looking. Obviously, they're always going to be looking for more deals and everything like that. So, hey, there you have it. Yeah, they're always looking for more deals and more offerings and things of that nature. So it doesn't come as a surprise to me at all. Any questions, guys? Make sure you guys hit the like button for your boy. Hit the share button for your boy. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the support, man. Let's see here. Questions. It says about to ask Marlin where he's going to stream. Yep. There you go. It says buy EA, it says Battlefield. Okay. They don't need Battlefield, man. They need to come up with their own stuff. Come up with your own stuff. You'll be fine. Innovate. That's the thing. Innovate. Come up with your own stuff. Okay. More deals, but no games. The games are coming, man. The games are coming. Next year, they have a lot of stuff coming out next year and beyond. So, like I said before, the wait will be finally over very, very soon. Okay? All right, let's see here. It says, bro, so did you see the Konami show? Nope. I didn't see it. And I'm pretty sure they didn't reveal on Silent Hill. So, otherwise, the internet would be going crazy right now. Clearly, that was not the case, right? Clearly, that was not the case. So, there you have it. It says Xbox need to come up with their own stuff. I mean, that's what they're doing, right? That's what they're doing. They came up with Game Pass. Yes, they already have some first-party studios, and they're trying to buy more studios and buy more publishers. I mean, as long as it's not going to create a monopoly, hey, you can buy whatever you want to buy. And I mean, obviously, they're buying their way, but at the same time, hey, they got to do something. They have to do something. PlayStation, I've already said it, PlayStation 5 and Xbox. OG, PlayStation 5 and Xbox. Yeah, Street Fighter 6 is insane for sure. Street Fighter 6 is insane for sure. Let's see here. Okay, got you. All right, cool. Make sure you guys hit the like button and see if we could get 200 likes on the stream. Smash up that like button and see if we could get 200 likes. Come on, guys. I know we could do it. We're at 173 likes. Smash up that like button. Come on. Smash up the like button. It says there are games they just not out yet. Exactly. That's the same thing I said. They got the games coming. We just have to, once again, we just have to be patient. We've been waiting for years for Microsoft to have something competitive or have the upper hand on certain things. But, you know, hey, they're getting there. They're getting there. And they obviously, you know, they're causing a disruption for Sony at this point. But, hey. No Way Out. I don't know yet because I have to play that Call of Duty. I have to play Call of Duty first. So possibly later today. We'll see. It says buy and not created. Exactly. But that still doesn't negate from the fact that they had their own IPs like Gears of War and all those type of stuff from before. But from before all this stuff happened. They do have console exclusives, but when it comes to Sony, yeah, that's a whole different story. Let's see here. It says Killzone, SOCOM, Resistance, gone, but somehow Halo is still there. How well you see the results for Halo, right? Not so great. Smash up that like button, guys. Smash up that like button. Hey, Triz, you know what it is. Starting off that crazy Friday with that shh. Let's get it, man. Let's get some music. Why so dead up in here, man? It's crazy Fridays. Why we're not hype, bro? I'm gonna need for y'all to get hype, man. Why y'all not hype? The heck is going on in here today? Triz, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the $20. Says, y'all go follow my mans on Twitch. Help him get that partnership you heard. Shout out to Triz, man. Always coming through clutch for his boy. Appreciate the love. Yeah, make sure y'all go follow me out on Twitch, man. Follow your boy. I'm trying to get that partnership on Twitch. So I need you guys to follow me and everything. I appreciate you guys. All right, let's see here. Make sure you guys hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. All right, it says, with all this Activision buy, feels like we all been in the meetings now. Yeah, for sure. It's crazy, man. For sure. Appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys. Let's see here. Appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys. Smash up that like button, guys. Smash up that like button. Smash up that like button, guys. I appreciate y'all, boys. Appreciate y'all. Come in with your questions. All right. Let's go. Man, I like this. I like this one right here. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Steam Deck says, I have a Amazon Prime. How do I sub? Yeah, so if you have Amazon Prime, yeah, just go log into your Amazon Prime and then go to Twitch and then just subscribe and it will give you the option from there. Yeah, Triz, it is. Yo. Flying like a bird. Boys call me absurd. Understand, man, I'm the realest thing you ever heard. You heard when I jump off, I'm about to set it off. Playing the Game Boy back in the day, Mario breaking blocks. I came to stop, I'm a beast from the east. Let go, you already know. Burning cartwheels, I run a marathon cause I'm Usain Bolt. Yardman style, Jamaican flow, you already know. Yeah, cause I touched down in the jet though. I keep it peaceful. Boys trying to envy me. They trying to be like me. Better yet, spitting that thing from the 90s. Tupac or B.I.G. Hey, yeah. Cause I'm doing it now. And we doing this game thing like we ain't playing it now. Yeah. Cause PS got the quality. Microsoft is next, man. They trying to follow D. Be me. Trying to sting like a bee. Super bee under the tree. Eating that 4. Hey, let me stop. Hey. Let me stop, man. Let me stop, man. Let me stop. Let me stop, man. Oh, Dion, we getting on there, man. We getting on there. Make sure y'all follow your boy on Twitch, man. Let's see here. Says, bro, Sony is looking real weak, bro. Thanks to Jim Ryan. I mean, look at Nintendo, bro. No Call of Duty. So, exactly. Same thing I said. So, how is it protecting us gamer, bro? Nah, they protecting their pockets. That's what I said, man. They protecting their pockets. You already know, man. Hey. Yo, Wheezy, what's going on? Let's get it, man. It says, hopefully Sega. All right, we got 200 likes. Appreciate you guys, man. Smash up that like button if you're enjoying the content. Yes, sir. Yo, Marlon. He says, you on that COD? Yeah, for sure. I will be. He says, tell Phil Spencer to stop buying IPs, create on your own, and practice what you preach. Well, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Microsoft knows that the only way that they can compete, right? They have to buy right now. They have to buy to make Game Pass more compelling, right? They have to buy more companies, more publishers, more developers, whatever the case may be, in order to be more competitive. Because they already know toe to toe when it comes to Sony and their exclusive games, they can't. You know, so they got to do things like Activision. They got to do things like Bethesda, because before that, Sony studios run circles around them in terms of quality. It says, how is the cinematics? How is cinematics doing? Haven't seen him. Oh, he's okay. He's okay, Rich. He's okay. He's just been working and stuff. As much as I do Xbox content, I don't mind regulators looking into Xbox. It's about subscription services and cloud gaming, so more platform holders can do subscription. Yeah, but obviously, you know, Jim Ryan, he already put his stance on the whole situation about services like these, you know, can, affect gamers in the long run. It can affect the industry and things. But the thing is, like I said before, man, well, let me get to the super chat. Thank you so much for showing love, man. Supporting the show with the super chats, man. It helps us to keep the lights on. So I appreciate you guys, man. OG Gaming, thank you so much for being a member and for the $20. Says, Marlon, you do know that even if the investigation goes in favor of Sony, they then would have to sue Microsoft based on those findings. Billions versus trillions ain't going to happen. That's what I'm saying. Regardless of, that's why I said, regardless of the deal not going through or not, the fact still remains, anybody can buy Activision, right? Yeah, I mean, it can fall in the hands of Amazon. It can fall in the hands of Google. Google got money. Amazon got money. You know what I mean? They got more money than Sony. So it doesn't matter. That's why I said it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Like, you stop the deal from going through, or the deal doesn't go through. I mean, is it going to benefit you? You still don't own Call of Duty at the end of the day. So there you go. It says, if Microsoft don't buy ABK, Amazon or Google or Apple will buy them. Exactly. That's what I said earlier. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So Sony can say whatever they're saying, right? But at the end of the day, like, if it falls in the hands of somebody else, it's going to be the same thing, because you don't own Call of Duty. You don't own Call of Duty. Just saying, man. That's all facts. It says COD needs PS sales so the money can go. Oh, man. Listen, me, man. Listen, we already know, guys. We already know. They're not protecting gamers. They're protecting their bottom line. That's all it is. You know what I mean? That's all it is. It says, do you think sometimes your emotions cloud your judgment? Emotions? I do feel like I'm very passionate when I talk. And I am a person that I stand on my opinion. If I'm wrong about it, then I'm just wrong, and that's fine. So obviously, and that's with anybody. Anybody who you watch, they're going to have their opinion. They're going to have their different takes. You disagree to agree, right? So if I'm wrong about something, I did the poll and you guys said no. Are they protecting you guys? You said no. They're not protecting you guys. You honestly think that Sony cares about y'all? All they care about is your money. I keep telling you guys that all they care about is your money. As long as they put out quality games, that's all we should be concerned about. Sony ain't paying our bills. Sony ain't paying my bills. Sony ain't paying your bills. Okay? So at the end of the day, I love Sony. I love their games. But at the same time, you call them out when it needs to be called out. That's it. Simple as that. Happy Cloud Gamer says, I want Jack Tretton back to save PlayStation. Yeah, man. Or Sean Layden, you know? But hey, it is what it is, man. It says, bro, thanks for being and staying real. That's why I like this channel, bro. And you love and believe in God, bro. Yes, always put Jesus first in everything that I do, man. Listen, I do this full time. So I get this from all angles. Doing social media full time is no joke. It's just like any other job out there. You know what I mean? You're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days. It doesn't matter. But like I said, the real supporters are always going to come through. They're always going to support me. If I'm wrong about something, I'm wrong about it. If I deserve to be called out on something, hey, it is what it is. I'm sorry. Okay, fine. We all have bad takes. We all have, opinions or whatever. None of us is perfect. Okay. Some people act like they're God and they're better than everybody else. Like me, I don't let this social media stuff get to my head. This means absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things. The only thing it means is that, okay, I have a certain amount of numbers that are attached to my community, that are attached to my name. At the end of the day, I'm the same person in behind, off camera and on camera. I'm the same Marlon. I'm just a genuine type of person. Like, I'm not into the fake crap. You know what I mean? Real. If I'm wrong about something, then I'm wrong about it. It is what it is. Let's see here. Go Packer says, couldn't care less about that trash channel. What trash channel? Says, ain't it crazy Friday? Adrian, yeah. It don't seem like a crazy Friday. Seem like a dead Friday. It says, after the God of War Ragnarok, you have attracted too many ponies on the channel. That's fine. Because, listen, my love for PlayStation will always and forever be there. Ever since I was a kid, knowing myself, got lost in Times Square because of the PlayStation brand, because of PS1, right? My love for PlayStation will always be there, but at the same time, I'm always going to call them out. Because they're not perfect. They're not perfect, right? So, and in 2020, when I start covering 2019, when I start covering PlayStation hardcore, right? I knew that it was going to attract PlayStation gamers, which is fine. But I'm always going to keep it real. And also with Xbox, there was some good Xbox take that I had, and it attracted a lot of Xbox fans to subscribe as well. So we have the best of both worlds here. But I'm always going to keep it real with you guys. If I'm wrong about something, then I'm wrong about it. Like, I'm not here to be perfect. I'm not here to be right all the time. Like, it is what it is. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. You know what I mean? So yes, I do love God of War. I want a lot of people to subscribe that love God of War because I love God of War. You understand me? Period. He says, proud to be a pony here. Hey, Michael, hey, that's cool, man. If you're a pony, then that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like that's completely fine. If you love PlayStation, and one thing I could say, PlayStation fans, regardless of how toxic they can be and one-sided that they can be, like I said before, you cannot escape the attach rate of love and support that PlayStation fans. Sony even know this themselves, right? Nintendo, same thing. Nintendo fans are the most loyal fans ever. It doesn't matter what Nintendo does. Oh, it's all fine and dandy. The minute you start calling out Nintendo, it's a big problem. I'm just saying. Let's see here. It says people are playing. Yeah. I'm going to be playing it. We're just trying to be respectful to people. It says, found you from the Game Pass song video clip. Oh, gotcha, Pluto. See? Again. It says, Marlon, why is Jim Ryan acting soft? Whatever. He says, to when Sony and Microsoft used to be innovative back in the day, Call of Duty wasn't even that popular when it first came out to begin with. Let's be real. Listen to me, man. No game was super popular when it first came out. You got to build that momentum. You got to build that fan base. And then once you get there, you get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let's keep it real. Let's be honest here, you know? So it's all good, guys. It's all good. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the share button. I'm going to be heading on. If there's anything else that you guys want to say, I don't want to be leaving the stream and then somebody donate. Or somebody have a question, whatever the case may be. Come on with your questions, last minute questions now, because I'm fixing a jet and we got to get on Twitch. Happy Cloud Gamer says, love your channel and we need to talk about the good and the bad and the ugly. I've been a PlayStation fan after my dad got me my PS1 Christmas in 95. Jim is wrong. Hey, man, like I said before, Jim is not perfect. Jim is not perfect. He is not perfect. And I think he will respect the PlayStation fan base for calling him out. He's not perfect. He's not going to make all the right decisions. He's at the top, man. He's not going to make all the right decisions, but at the same time, he's going to do what's best. He's going to do what's best for Sony's bottom line. You know what I mean? For the investors and everything like that. Not saying that he doesn't have the best interests of PlayStation gamers, but to put out statements like that saying that, oh, you're protecting the gamers. No, you're protecting your pockets, because Call of Duty will benefit you more than it's going to benefit us. We're not making no money off of Call of Duty. We got to pay for all this stuff, all this DLC, all these content, everything like that. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Anyway, guys, I love y'all. Be blessed. Be easy. Hit the like button on the way out. Tell a friend about the channel. And I'll see you guys out on Twitch. Follow me out on Twitch, Marlon Gaming Nation. I will be streaming that COD and stuff like that in a little bit here. So peace, love, Godspeed. God and protect you guys, man. And please have yourself a great one. I won't be here tomorrow. I probably will be back Sunday because I'm going out of town. So I'll see you guys when I see you guys. But I'll be on Twitch and stuff, and I might have something later today for you guys. Why isn't this exclusive? Sony wants everything on their platform. Call of Duty is not going anywhere. It's going to stay on PlayStation. Exactly, game. Exactly. Knock it out the park. Exactly.
Boy,
exactly.
We're swimming in cash.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly. You hit the nail on the head, man. Listen, shout outs to Game over Brain. My man. Appreciate you. Thank you for the $5. All facts. Thank you for the $5. Thank you for showing support to our show. Thank you for allowing me to do what I do full time for you guys as an independent content creator. It is not easy out here, especially with what's going on right now with the economy. It is not easy, but we're trying to make the best out of what we can. Thank you so much, OG Gaming, for the $10. My man, OG, crushing it right now, saying all Sony has to do is bring back SOCOM, update the graphics, improve online gameplay. That's all they got to do and more. That's all they got to do and more. That's all they got to do. That's all they got to do. They got the IPs. People been, saying that they need to bring back Resistance. They need to bring back Warhawk, and they need to bring back Mag and all this type of stuff. They don't necessarily have to bring back all this stuff, but create newer experiences for people. You know what I mean? Like Sony have the talent. They have the studios. Like they can do this stuff. They can do it. You know what I mean? So you just got to be brave. You got to stand tall. You got to stand firm and do your thing. That's all this is at the end of the day. Just innovate, come up with your own stuff, right? Because at the end of the day, companies are always going to be buying companies. Like that's just the way it is, right? I know that Microsoft, they need to create more and more new original IPs and not so much of buying all the time. But hey, that's the path that Microsoft chose, and they're trying to be more competitive in the cloud and the subscription service arena. Sony is in that market as well with PlayStation Plus. So, hey, it is what it is, So that's what we have right now. But yeah, follow me out on Twitch, guys. I love y'all. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and please have yourself a great one, man. I love y'all. Be blessed. Be easy. See y'all out on Twitch. We out.